My top 7 Propstream lists to be pulling right now for wholesaling real estate success. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and you've probably been waiting forever for me to drop this again, but these are my top Propstream lists, aka listrei.com lists that you need to be pulling right now for you to have the best success possible when you're pulling lists and with dealing with your competition. Now, before I break it down, you already know these lists mean nothing if you don't follow my scripts, you don't do any of the great marketing channels that actually work with these lists, and if you actually don't put the right foot forward. These lists will help you get the best advantage for success when coming to find your first wholesaling real estate deal or your 100th. But if you have the wrong script or the wrong marketing channel or tactic, this list means nothing. Vice versa, you can have the perfect marketing channel and script, and if you have the wrong list, you can be screwed up really bad. So if you want to learn how to do it, make sure you go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, and make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and let's get into my top 7 Propstream lists. Okay, before I break down my top 7 Propstream lists, it was really hard this year for me to cram all my favorite lists into one specific 7. So I am going to give you, before we break it down, an honorable mention. And this honorable mention is going to be the pre-probate list. Now, it didn't make the list because I scream about doing probates all the time. But honestly, pre-probates is an amazing list because your competition isn't going after this type of list. Now, pre-probates is basically when Propstream goes out here and actually looks at the obituaries and death records and cross-references it with people that actually own real estate. The reason why this works so well is before the probate is even filed, you can get in front of the seller here and actually get that deal before another realtor or wholesaler actually gets this information. Now, if you want to get the pre-probate list or you want to try out Propstream absolutely for free, I highly recommend you go to listrei.com, listrei.com below, and get a 7-day free trial to Propstream. But just for you guys to know, even with making this video, this might not be the smartest thing to say, but you don't need Propstream to become successful in wholesaling. Yes, it definitely helps. It's an amazing tool, but it's not going to be the thing that's going to stop you from becoming successful with no money at all. But if you do want the unfair advantage and have the best list possible and so much more, definitely go to listrei.com. So let's get in the top 7 in order. So number 7 here, and this is a list that is not talked about too much, trendy type of list, but this is the zombie properties. And zombie properties is a really nice fancy marketing term from Propstream, but basically what it is, it's basically the vacant pre-foreclosures. So there's a pre-foreclosure, somebody's behind on their payments on the property, and they just walk away and abandon the property and let the bank take it over. These are really motivated sellers because they don't want to stay in the house. They already abandoned the house. And if you give them an offer that's probably gonna be better than with the bank foreclosing on them, you can provide a win-win solution that helps the seller out, makes you money, and makes the cash buyer money. And at the end, the bank actually gets their money too. A lot of people don't even know how to pull the zombie properties list. And the big secret about the zombie properties list is you can't pull it from a government list. There's no way you get the vacant property list without paying a bunch of money. And Propstream does it. And they can actually get it straight from the postal service, which a regular Joe can't. And they can cross-reference that with a pre-foreclosure list, which you can technically get from the government, and they put these together on top of the death records and gets an amazing list like this. Now, this isn't a huge, massive list that has thousands of sellers in it, but with the few that are in there, they're really good wholesaling deals and a really good potential of you getting your next deal from this list. Number 6 here, kind of a cousin of the zombie properties list, way bigger. This is going to be the pre-foreclosure list. Now, the pre-foreclosure list, kind of like the zombie properties list, except the property is not abandoned, which basically means these people are behind on their mortgage payments. Now, pre-foreclosure is a weird one because there's a lot of motivation, but sometimes the seller still wants the most for a house, or they're not the most motivated to get rid of it because they just want to stay in all the time. And this is where you have to go to freewholesaling.com and actually learn what pre-foreclosures are, how to market to them, how to talk to these sellers, how to understand the whole pre-foreclosure process, which frankly will take you around 30 to 50 minutes to learn the process when you actually learn the presentation we have at freewholesaling.com on pre-foreclosures. Hint, hint, it's a free wholesaling course. It's a free presentation at freewholesaling.com. You will learn the name of the game in pre-foreclosures. It's constant marketing and never calling these sellers. Pre-foreclosures, hands down, the biggest warning I can tell you on this list. Do not cold call this list. You need to text them instead. There's so many loan sharks and loan servicing companies calling these pre-foreclosure leads. It's not a good list to be calling, but if you text it, you should do well. Number 5 here, this is an amazing one. This is the liens list. Now, you might be like, Zach, the liens list, I already get it from the government. I can just get that for free. Why do I even want to get the liens list from Propstream? Well, when you're pulling a lot of liens, it can get very hard to pull the liens in 5 or 6 different cities and counties all at the same time. With the power of Propstream, they kind of did the work with you. You just click a button and get all the liens. On top of that, there are some markets where Propstream get the data, but you can't get it from the government. Now, it's very rare cases, about 1% of courthouses are going to be like this, but Propstream will have the upper hand. The cool part about pulling liens from Propstream is you get the data right there. You don't have to spend all this time going out here and pulling the list, which makes you have more time for actually the stuff that's making you money, which is talking to sellers and getting properties under contract. Number 4 here, this is the high equity list. This is probably the biggest type of list set that I have in this video, especially in the top 7, but there's a reason for this. When a seller has high equity and you use the filters that we say at freewholesaling.com, making sure the person's owned the property for at least 3 years, the property is not too expensive but not too cheap, and there's enough equity in the deal, there's a good chance of you getting a really good wholesaling deal. When there's a lot of equity, you can usually squeeze a lot more out of the seller, which will get you bigger assignment fees. These are going to be deals where you're making $15, $20, $30, $40,000, but sometimes you have to go through a lot more of these sellers to get these deals. The deals are out there. So if you're willing to use the filters that we mention at freewholesaling.com with the high equity, you'll do well. If you just go to Propstream like a regular Joe and click the high equity list, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be a fish out of water and your marketing results are absolutely going to suck. But if you use the filters that we tell you specifically in freewholesaling.com under the Propstream List REI.com section, you'll do fine. Take that as a forewarning. Number 3 here, this is one that, guys, I've been screaming about forever, but this is drawing for dollars. And before you roll your eyes like, whoa, 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 drawing for dollars? Propstream's a software app. There's no way I can drive for dollars with Propstream. Yes, there is. When you sign up for listrei.com, you automatically are able to download the Propstream app on an Android or Apple device. With this app, you can actually go drawing for dollars. Not a lot of people know this. You just click a button and you can start drawing for dollars and adding lists on there. Cool part, when you find an ugly house, you actually have the ability to click the button, see the information on the property, and put them in your Propstream data set. Now, is it the greatest drawing for dollars app in the world? Not really, but when I talk bang for your buck, if you already have Propstream, it's already a free app, there seriously should be zero excuses why you're not drawing for dollars. So get on your butt and start drawing for dollars and finding these type of leads. Heck, you can even do reverse drawing for dollars inside of listrei.com. And if you've watched plenty of my live streams, you know it's a thing you have to be doing if you live in a great local wholesaling market. Now, coming in number 2 here, this is an amazing list, but this is just the tired landlords. I'm telling you, with the rising cost of things, inflation's still pretty high, insurance going up through the roof, a lot of these landlords are gonna get sick of renting out properties and seeing these costs go up. On top of how hard it is to evict tenants in some states, tired landlords can be another great wave. I've always had great success with tired landlords because as long as tenants trash properties and make a mess, there's gonna be tired landlords. And ever since the dawn of time, there's been people to destroy things, and these people like destroying properties that they rent out, which creates an endless cycle and loop of people getting tired of being a landlord. So get the tired landlord list. You just click the tired landlord section in listrei.com, add some of the filters we say at freewholesaling.com, and you can start pulling these type of lists and doing really well. You can text them, call them, whatever type of marketing channel possible. I've always done well tired landlord deals because there's new ones every single month and every single week. On top of this too, I know this is an honorable mention. This isn't a Propstream specific list, but tired landlords inside of Propstream just goes after people that have owned rental properties for a while. And Propstream does not do the evictions list as of this video. Propstream, if you're watching it, please try to look at that information. But you can also, on top of this, pull all the evictions in your area, put that data into Propstream, refilter it, and then market out to that. And it's a great one to do. You might not know this, but you can actually import leads into Propstream and get data from that lead set also, which is a great way just to filter your data even more. Now, drum roll, please. Last but not least, these are your stacked lists. Number 1, I've said it again and I'll keep saying it, but the more stacked you make your lists, the better there are. So if you want the best success using Propstream right now, you gotta stack these lists. And what's a stacked list? Think about this. You get a stack of the tired landlords, you get a stack of the high equities, you get a stack of the liens, and you're gonna get a list of properties that are a tired landlord that has high equity, that also has a lien on top of it. You're adding triple motivation to these type of deals that you're marketing to, which just increases the chance of you getting a wholesaling deal from there. The more problems in a deal, the more money you're gonna make, and the better chance that person's a motivated seller. More problems, more money. And that's the point of stacked lists. High equity is a great one. Maybe you can throw in a lien with a high equity, which means it might be a really good deal and there might be a ton of motivation, and you keep adding extra stuff with that, you'll do well. Stacked lists I love. Find issues, combine issues from the list or the quick list section, add in some liens, add in some divorce situations, put some high equity on there, slap some extra motivating factors on there, and you're gonna have a unique data set of stacked lists that most people on Propstream actually can't pull because they're not creative enough to actually stack their own list and think for themselves, and you'll do well. Now, if you actually want to see me use real examples of me stacking my own lists and going inside of Propstream, aka listrei.com, unfortunately, YouTube is really cracking down on the private data policy they have when using services like Propstream and Batch Leads and Deal Machine. Heck, even my last SMS text blasting video, which I showed you how to text blast step by step, has gotten taken off and removed for the private policy content on YouTube. And I'm not saying anything bad about YouTube, but they're trying to censor me sharing private private information that these softwares have and they give out publicly on YouTube. And as someone that has tens of thousands of subscribers, I totally get it. So that's why you got to go to freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course, which is a private server where I share videos to you guys. I actually host the servers and the videos myself, and I actually show you this private information that YouTube will never let me to share in the public to you behind that special server at freewholesaling.com. And the best part about it, it's free. Just go to the Propstream section inside of freewholesaling.com, and I can give you the raw, uncensored version of how to actually stack lists with Propstream right then and there. And remember, if you want to start using Propstream right now, just go to listrei.com, listrei.com. Now, if you're gonna start using these lists, and if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Again, for the last time, go to freewholesaling.com, and I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.